Versatile Mage. Chapter 159. I Want It All. After the sand had dispersed, the entire audience saw an incredibly stunning scene. The spirit wolf that had vanished stood right in front of Li Junwei. Its forelimbs pressed against the vine wall, its head only a meter away from him. It signified that if the spirit wolf had even the slightest desire to kill, it could have easily snapped Li Junwei's head off with its fierce teeth. "Come back," the summoner spoke at that moment. The spirit wolf obediently leapt down from the vine wall and returned to Mo Fan's side without even glancing at the challengers. Its slow steps, the haughty rise of its head, and the unsatisfied gleam in its eyes seemed to say, "Humans. Weak." "Zhu Zhaoting, are you sure you haven't seen him in only a year?" The girl sitting beside Zhu Zhaoting asked in disbelief. Zhu Zhaoting himself was dumbstruck. Is that person really Mo Fan? Even if Mo Fan had broken into the intermediate level soon after the destruction of Bo City, it still made no sense for him to cultivate his newly attained summoning element to this level in just a year. The spirit wolf before him had easily defeated Li Junwei's squad of 5, showing power far beyond an average magical beast. If their primary vanguard squad had encountered such a creature on the road, they would have been annihilated. I also don't know. He just always seems to become stronger, Zhu Zhaoting muttered, realizing he could not understand Mo Fan. The man was simply too unfathomable. Fuck, that spirit wolf has gotten even stronger. Luo Song, who had wanted to cause trouble for Mo Fan, cursed loudly. Originally, this spirit wolf was nothing worth fearing. His ice shackles had been enough to deal with it. But now the spirit wolf had reached the evolving stage. If Luo Song didn't devote his full attention to it, there was a real chance he could die in its jaws. Not to mention, its summoner Mo Fan also possessed intermediate lightning. It seems I'll have to seize the resources of my brothers and sisters, otherwise the difference will only grow larger. Luo Song thought grimly. The faster Mo Fan grew stronger, the more uneasy Luo Song felt. He had already lost once. He could not allow a second humiliation. Li Junwei and his comrades walked out of the iron cage with fallen spirits. This was not the result they wanted. They had hoped to at least defeat one summoned beast. Instead, they had been completely suppressed by an evolving stage spirit wolf. The feeling was unbearable. First, an intermediate magician had shocked all the students. Now, a spirit wolf at the evolving stage had crushed them. Pearl Institute truly was filled with crouching tigers and hidden dragons. Li Junwei didn't know what kind of laughingstock he appeared to be as he walked out of the beast battle cage, nor how Qin Xiaomiao would now see him. Mo Fan, you're way too cool. You made up for the numbers we were missing. The short and thin summoner student shouted excitedly from the stage. Zheng Bingshao also smiled with joy. This spirit wolf's strength was definitely no weaker than the Bone Corpse demon. If Mo Fan could keep defending against the challengers, then they would surely be able to hold onto their resources. Even Hai Dafu and Wang Liting, who disliked Mo Fan, silently put their hopes on him. Though their faces stayed cold, their hearts sighed in relief. "You guys are too optimistic," one summoner student said. "There are still nearly 50 more people before we reach 100. If each squad has 5, do you really think Mo Fan's spirit wolf can withstand 10 more waves of challengers? It seems unlikely. Damn it, it's all that annoying guy's fault. Just wait until I reach the intermediate level. I'll definitely take revenge." Mo Fan glanced back at the students of his same element. To be honest, if the resource issue had concerned the entire elemental department, he would have just left after finishing off 16 more challenges. But he was poor. He couldn't afford much. He had come to Pearl Institute precisely to squeeze resources from the teachers and the school. Since the spirit wolf's strength had increased exponentially, he might as well let it fight until it was satisfied. The wolf had survived a calamity and gained fortune. After that brutal battle, the spirit wolf had broken through into the evolving stage. This stage marked the transition from minion class to warrior class. A creature in this phase was vastly superior to minion class, though still far from a true warrior class beast. The beast refinement blood was extremely potent for evolving creatures. Conveniently, such blood could be earned through displaying excellence, though even that wouldn't be enough for the spirit wolf to step into the warrior class. It would still require vast resources. Dean Sio's words had been grand, stirring many hearts. But Mo Fan saw a crucial truth in them. The beast battle competition reflected the true lifestyle of Pearl Institute. Resources could be plundered. You could stand in the back, gazing weakly at others' brilliance. Or you could grit your teeth, grow stronger, and one day amaze the world, earning the attention of millions. The more you withdrew, the more you'd be forgotten. The more you fought, the more you'd bask in radiance. Dean Sio, I have a question. Mo Fan called loudly when he saw the mass of challengers waiting at the exit. Speak, Dean Sio answered promptly. If our summoning school doesn't reach 100 people, then our resources are given to other elemental schools. Isn't that unfair? If we lose, we give up what's ours. If we win, all we do is keep what already belongs to us. Mo Fan asked boldly. Dean Sio smiled, his gaze sweeping across the other deans. Mo Fan, that's a very good question. We have considered this. Once you reach 100, there will be another reward. If a summoning student can withstand the attack of 200 people, then all the resources that would have been distributed to the other schools will instead go to the summoning school. Dean Sio declared. The arena erupted into chaos. Everyone had thought failing meant punishment. None had known that succeeding beyond expectation meant unimaginable reward. If they defeated 200 challengers, the resources of all other schools, 10 elements, thousands of students, would belong solely to summoning. The summoning school had only 7 students. The other departments totaled over 4,000. The resources of 4,000, split between 7, that was paradise. The reason we didn't announce this rule is because no new student has ever been able to achieve it. Thus, it hardly mattered, Dean Sio explained with a gentle smile. Dean, even I didn't know this, Zhou Zhenghua, the Earth Dean, admitted bitterly. The deans of the other elements looked at each other, equally shocked. All right, I've answered your question. Do you have anything else to ask? Dean Sio continued. I don't have a question, Mo Fan replied. His face calm at first, then slowly curling into a smile. But I do have a statement for the students of all elements. A statement. The 5,000 new students stared at the summoner, not knowing what to expect. I consume far more resources than your average magician, so, I'm sorry, Mo Fan said, cupping his fist and bowing. Your resources will belong to me. When Mo Fan raised his head again, the innocent mask was gone. In its place was a face of incredible arrogance. Chapter. End. Please guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe.